Zodiac 85X presents Team
YouTube, Genie lied to Aladdin. You heard me correctly. He lied to Aladdin. He didn't make him a prince. He lied. He made him a fake prince. So, that wish was never valid. Give Aladdin a new wish. He needs one because you lied to him. You kind of just gave him some fancy clothes with a title and a fake land. Yeah, Aladdin wants a new wish. Genie, did you give Aladdin his wish from Wish? I mean, you know not to order from Wish. Did you give him his wish from Wish? Yes, because his wish was all messed up. The elephants and the peacocks and everything that you brought in that parade was just made out of magic. They weren't real. Because Genie can't create or take away from life. You heard me. He can't give or take life. It goes against his rule set. He even tells Aladdin that. So yeah, and he can't make people fall in love. But seriously, I mean, if you think about it, what he did to Aladdin was kind of deceptive there. But Aladdin accepted it. Aladdin deceived everyone. Yes, Aladdin, you are not only a thief, but you kind of lied to get Princess Jasmine. You were fibbing everything. And you did everything you could because you wanted Jasmine. So you had Genie give you a fake title after you stole and everything. You stole food and all that. You were a street rat. And no, your father was the king of thieves. But he wasn't a real king. They just call him that. It's, it's kind of like a title you get because you're the best at something. You're the king of thieves, So even though his father was the king of thieves, doesn't make him a prince. It's just a word. It's something that you're given as a title because you're so good at something. So I'm sorry, Aladdin. You were never a prince until you married Princess Jasmine. But for those still arguing and those still wanting to call me a fibber on this, you guys want to try to call my bluff? You want to try to call my bluff on this? Because I'm not bluffing. Aladdin knew he wasn't a prince. And Aladdin even told Princess Jasmine later that he wasn't really a prince. So for him to recognize that he wasn't really a prince was to accept that he was a fake prince. He even told her he wasn't really a prince. And Princess Jasmine got all mad. You lied to me, Aladdin. You lied to me. Don't worry, because she forgave the street rat. But all in all, it was Genie's fault. See, the whole thing was for Genie to actually make Aladdin a prince. He would have had to bring back everyone from the dead and remake them all royalty. That would have had to change everything from the entire bloodline. Meaning, Aladdin's entire existence would have been a complete lie. He would have probably been a different person and most likely never met Princess Jasmine. And Genie couldn't have done that because he would have had to bring them all back from the dead, and that goes against his rule set. He can't bring people back to life. So, that would have never been possible because you can only be recognized as a prince by royal bloodline and recognized through royal bloodline. So, when he was created his own little fake land and everything with the elephants and the monkeys and the peacocks and the fake people or whatnot, they were just made out of magic. Genie couldn't give them life. They were but magic. That's all they were, guys. Which actually brings up another topic. Is any wish even genuine? If you think about it, genies come from Arabic mythology. They are known as jinn. And jinn are not nice. They are just below the level of angels and demons, and they can be killed, but they are known as treacherous spirits. So technically, you would call them a type of demon. But yeah, they are evil. They don't like humans. So no, they would have never even granted a good wish. But let's just say that Genie was a good guy, because Disney likes to do that. They'll take any Disney princess horror story that comes from a very dark story and they'll turn it into a nice little happy story. And now you realize they've done this not only with Pocahontas, but now Aladdin. I mean, so technically, they made Genie nice, and he was never supposed to be nice. So yeah, the whole thing about the granting the wishes and everything, think about it though. That would have had to interfere with anything in life. Would have changed the entire future. And for certain wishes, you would even have to bring back to life, which can't be done. It goes against the Genie's rule set, if you think about it. And also, for those of you that wish you can fly or run really fast, if you think about it, if you were granted the ability to fly, think about this. Would anyone actually fly 2 feet or 3 feet higher than the ground? I mean, how high would you actually fly before you can trust that wish? Yeah, you would be granted the wish, but who would actually trust that wish? Nobody would dare fly high enough, and if they fly too fast, they might break their neck. Think about it. Yeah, there's a flaw in every wish. The ability to run fast? Oh yeah, but if you're stumbling at 60, 80 miles an hour, you're going to break your neck too. Think about it. Think about how ridiculous this is. I mean, I like the idea of wishes. Sounds really great. Just don't get them from Wish. But yeah, no, I like the idea, but it's just not possible. I mean, realistically, you would have to make like 3 wishes to make one valid. So you would have to make multiple wishes. Okay, so if I want the ability to fly, but if I fly too high, I might run out of oxygen because the air is thinner. So I also want to be able to breathe more, and the ability not to break any bones. So if I'm flying too fast, I won't break anything. You guys get what I'm saying? And what about Jafar? Okay, so Jafar wanted to be the most powerful. But think about it. Genie could have just made everyone else weaker. Just to say that, okay, Jafar, you are now the most powerful. Barely giving him any power at all. So that way he would have been the most powerful. He would have been powerful than everyone else, but they were actually just made weaker. So you see what I'm saying? Like, that way, Jafar would have never been super powerful. And then Genie could have just appeared him into like a little box or something and left him in there, you know. And Jafar would have never been able to even make it out. He would have been so weak. So, but I'm just saying, you know. So, does that mean, you know, Aladdin is just a crook, a bad guy? I mean, he did do a lot of stealing and everything, but I mean, the whole thing is he was a liar too. So he was a thief and a liar. And he was selfish. Everything he did was for himself. He basically lied to Princess Jasmine. So he wanted her heart. And I think at even one part, he tried to force her to love him. But the magic wouldn't work. Yeah, wasn't Aladdin at one point in time trying to force the princess to love him? And he thought the magic would work, but he couldn't make people fall in love with them? Or am I mixing that up with Bruce Almighty? No, I think it did happen in Aladdin too. He was trying to force her to love him at one point in time. So I think it was in there. You guys are going to have to remind me, though. You guys are going to have to remind me a little bit of it. Because I do remember the movie really well. It's just, I think he did try to make her love him, but... yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm mixing up Bruce Almighty with this, but yeah, I don't think I'm mixing it up. I think he was trying to make her fall in love with him, so he's forceful too. I mean, what is wrong with Aladdin? Seriously, he was awesome in the movie, but then you actually realize what he was. He was a crook trying to force a woman to fall in love with him. Okay, but I'm not going to put the entire blame on Aladdin because it is mostly Genie's fault for telling him he can grant him all these wishes and everything when the only true, genuine wish was to wish Genie his freedom. But, what I would have done is befriended Genie and just had him help me out and give me stuff without making a wish because he did help Aladdin quite a few times when Aladdin didn't even wish for it. So Genie would have helped me eventually, like, hey, can you spot me some money here? I'm kind of broke today. Genie would have been like, yeah, sure. Let me pop out some of this money. But then some of the money he creates probably would have been counterfeit and I would have been in prison because Genie lied to me. He printed money that had the same serial code on this bill as something that's in the government. So seriously, can Genie really be trusted? I mean, the best thing you could wish for is lots of gold and just turn that in for cash. Don't wish for money. If you wish for money, some of the serials on those bills would be the same as the ones in the government, and then you would end up in prison because Genie did that to you. But yeah, basically, Aladdin was a fake prince, and eventually he did marry Princess Jasmine and became a real prince, which some people actually believe that was part of Aladdin's wish was the movie, building up for him to actually become the prince. And eventually he did become a prince when he married Princess Jasmine. But I think people are actually thinking too much into it rather than facing the facts that he was made a fake prince. Because if that was the case, why didn't he just get the clothes later? Why did Genie just give him the clothes right then and there? If the whole movie was the build up for him being a prince, then why did Genie pop the clothes on right away? You get what I'm saying? So, just gave him fancy clothes. Literally. And then his clothes got changed back because Jafar just went bink, and he got turned into a street rat again. His fancy clothes went away. Anyways, guys, I don't want to think too much into this. So I'm just going to let it be as is and enjoy it as it was as a Disney movie. I still like Aladdin. He's still awesome. Trust me, people like Grand Theft Auto, knowing what kind of game it is. Then obviously, there's nothing wrong with thinking Aladdin was a pretty cool guy. But yeah, I'm not going to think too much into it. It was a good movie, guys. I loved it. It was my childhood movie. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. I know a lot of you want to see me do an I'm Lena J video, doing a video on I'm Lena J. She was the reason why I even did this video to talk about this. But yeah, I really need to debunk I'm Lena J, so I need to eventually do a video on her. As I've told you guys before on TikTok, if we got enough subscribers, and people were subscribing more because of it. So really, I need to do a video on I'm Lena J. So just letting you guys know, I still plan on doing a video, but I'm going to have to make it more advertiser friendly if I'm going to monetize it. If not, I could just make it a regular video and it's still going to be fine. I still want to make the video, guys. But anyways, please subscribe, guys, and subscribe to my secondary channel. Please, my X Zodiac 85X Mobile. Please also subscribe to that channel as well. But everyone, subscribe to this, like, and comment. And I will see you guys next time.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.